But sometimes those pike poles don't do it, and they got to find a different way. Sometimes you got to run out with a little dynamite and a fuse and light it. And you better run before it goes, because you don't want to be out there when those logs start moving and the water starts going. Now you can see here on the bottom of these boots, they have spikes. Yeah, these are called cork boots. It gives them a little bit better traction as they're running off those logs and doing this dangerous work. Yeah, it's a dangerous job indeed. And there you go, Chaz, run for it. There's a pretty bad jam up, log jam. Well, how about this one? Pretty bad one. Can you see those guys out on the logs? Can you count them up? Use the Northern Lights book. There's a good activity where you count out the men on the log jam. Now, I mentioned those boots. Leave holes everywhere you go. Go up to northern Minnesota. You can go to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Still see restaurants that left the original wooden floors with the holes in the ground from those loggers walking in there. Now, at the end of the day, you got to get these logs kind of collected. You just can't throw them down the Mississippi River or whatever. You got to do something with them. And here we got a crew trying to straighten it out and snag those logs and get their logs accounted for. Sometimes you would put those logs together and kind of strap them together, sort of like a raft on bigger bodies of water. Now, as we move down the river, we need to get fed. So this is a floating kitchen called a wanigan. That comes behind the logs, and that's got food on it. And the loggers, they just camp outside the riverbank at night. Hopefully they got a tent, but they don't always. It gets kind of cold on the river going down to the sawmill. Sometimes we have tents, but this is something different. This is a floating wanigan again, but it is probably not any place that a jack was, other than maybe to get a meal. And you can see the little board reaching off to the shore. Nice little bridge there. As I was saying, that you can sometimes, out of larger bodies of water, get your logs tied together and push them using a tugboat, steamboat, to move them from place to place. That's pretty rare, but could be done. Now, eventually, those logs get down the river to the mill pond, to where the sawmill is. This back here is the sawmill. In come the logs. Out come the boards. All done in one place, one time, right now. And these guys are part of the sacking crew. They're trying to sack those logs, get them up the conveyor belt into the mill. Sometimes the conveyor belt was more mechanical. And loaded them this way, and then this one, they're going end to end. There's a nice looking mill at Deer River, Minnesota. Logs are going in end to end, come out as boards. Big outfits. Now, just to wrap this up, it wasn't always hard work. Sometimes it was fun and games. Sometimes there were lumberjack competitions like the good old-fashioned log roll. Rumor out there, Dr. Sias Hankey's a log roller. Ask her about it when you see her again. Other logging games included the axe throw, or climbing up to the top of the tree and chopping it down one by one and see who could do it the fastest. But logging was a hard job, and would be still going on today if we didn't cut down all those white pine. But as I said in the beginning, white pine was king. The mission was to cut down as quickly as possible, get it turned into boards, get the money, and move on. And that's exactly what happened to the Bastonia Logging Company. We got what we got, took what we could, and we moved out west and ended up in Washington State, where we logged those timbers as well. So hopefully you learned a little bit along the way. And I'm being told I got 20 seconds left. Thank goodness, right? Until we meet again, have a good one. Can you cut it as a logger? I sure hope so. Bye-bye.